Good morning, my dear students. Today, your science teacher is back with a new video. So, without wasting time, let's discuss Chapter 6 Flow of Heat. In Chapter 5, you had already learned about heat, that heat is a form of energy and this energy can flow. Heat always flows from a hot object to a cold object. आपने देखा होगा बहुत बार जब हम चाय बनाते हैं और उसको थोड़ी देर के लिए रख देते हैं तो वो ठंडी हो जाती है. ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि द टी विच वी हैड प्रिपेयर्ड इज़ अ हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट एंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट टी जो हमारी सराउंडिंग है दैट इज़ कोल्ड. तो हीट जो है हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट से कोल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट में मूव कर जाती है, इसीलिए हमारी जो चाय है वो ठंडी हो जाती है. नाउ देयर आर 3 ways बाय विच heat can be transferred from one place to another. First is conduction, second is convection, third is radiation. So let's discuss conduction first. Before talking about conduction, students first recall your classroom in which you are sitting on the front bench and your friend on the last bench. You have to pass a book. So how will you pass it? Before answering, remember one thing, that you cannot leave your seat and your friend also. आप एक फ्रंट बेंच पे बैठे हैं एंड आपका फ्रेंड सबसे लास्ट वाली बेंच पे बैठा हुआ है एंड आपको एक बुक पास करनी है अपने फ्रेंड को, लेकिन ना तो आप और ना ही आपका फ्रेंड अपनी सीट से उठ सकते हैं, तो आप वो बुक अपने फ्रेंड तक कैसे पहुंचाएंगे? सो द आंसर इज़ कि आप और आपके फ्रेंड के बीच में जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स बैठे हैं इंटरमीडिएट्स, आप उनको 1 by 1 बुक पास करेंगे एंड फाइनली वो बुक जो है आपके फ्रेंड तक पहुंच जाएगी. सेम इज़ द प्रोसेस कंडक्शन. कंडक्शन में पार्टिकल्स अपनी पोजीशन से मूव नहीं कर सकते. जब उनके पास हीट आती है सो वो हीट को 1 by 1 दूसरे पार्टिकल्स को पास ऑन करते हैं एंड फाइनली द हीट इज़ गिवन टू द लास्ट पार्टिकल. So here comes the definition of conduction. Conduction is the process of transfer of heat from the hotter end to the cooler end without the actual movement of the particles. There are two conditions which are necessary for transfer of heat from one body to another by conduction. First, the bodies should be in contact with each other. Second, there should be temperature difference between the two bodies. Conductors and insulators. Materials which allow heat to pass through them easily are called good conductors of heat. For example, iron, copper, silver, etc. And the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called bad conductors of heat or insulators of heat. For example, wood, plastic, glass, etc. Now comes the uses of good and bad conductors of heat. So first we'll talk about good conductors of heat. We use good conductors of heat wherever we want heat to be transferred fast. For example, कि जब हम खाना बनाते हैं उस टाइम हम ये चाहते हैं कि यूटेंसिल ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हीट को एब्जॉर्ब करे एंड खाना हमारा जल्दी बन जाए. For that we use brass or aluminium utensils which are good conductor of heat. We use bad conductors of heat wherever we do not want heat to be transferred quickly. For example, handles of cooking utensils are made up of bad conductors of heat such as wood or plastic. क्योंकि wood and plastic bad conductors हैं heat के, इसीलिए वो गर्म नहीं होते हैं एंड हम खाने को बहुत comfortably बना पाते हैं. The second application is the woolen cloths. We used to wear woolen cloths in winters because wool fibers have much more air, which is a bad conductor of heat. Wool and air together prevent the heat from our bodies from escaping out. हम सर्दियों में woolen cloths डालते हैं. wool fibers में बीच में spaces होती हैं and उन spaces में air होती है. wool और एयर दोनों ही बैड कंडक्टर है हीट के, या मैं ये कह सकती हूँ दोनों ही इंसुलेटर है. तो दोनों ही हमारी बॉडी में से हीट को बाहर जाने से रोकते हैं एंड इसलिए हमें विंटर्स में ठंड नहीं लगती है। सिमिलरली, ड्यूरिंग अ वेरी कोल्ड विंटर नाइट, two thinner blankets, one on top of the other, are more effective in keeping you warm than one blanket of double the thickness. ऐसा इसलिए क्योंकि जब हम एक ब्लैंकेट के ऊपर दूसरा ब्लैंकेट डालते हैं सो बीच में एयर की लेयर आ जाती है विच आई टोल्ड यू इज़ अ इंसुलेटर एंड इट गिव्स एडिशनल इंसुलेशन जिसकी वजह से हमें ठंड नहीं लगती है। द सेकेंड वे in which heat is transferred is convection. Students, if you remember in conduction, I told you to recall your classroom, जिसमें आपने अपने लास्ट बेंच पर बैठे हुए फ्रेंड को बुक पहुंचाई थी with the help of your intermediate friends. But in this process, you can go and give the book directly to your friend. So, convection is the process of transfer of heat in which the heated molecules of a liquid or a gas themselves move to carry heat from the hot to the cold region. So, if we differentiate between conduction and convection, conduction में actual particles की movement नहीं होती है, convection के अंदर actual particles की movement होती है. Conduction takes place in solids only and convection takes place in liquids and gases. In liquids, convection current is set up, and in gases, formation of sea breeze and land breeze takes place due to convection. So first we will learn about convection current set up in liquids due to convection. Students, when we heat water, the water molecules which are at the bottom gets heated, become lighter and rises up. Then these molecules strike with other cold molecules and transfer heat. In this, heat is transferred from heated molecules to the cold molecules. And remember, they are moving. So this constant movement of water particles is called convection current, and this method of transfer of heat is called convection. Convection in gases. Before discussing sea breeze and land breeze, मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगी कि लैंड जितनी जल्दी गर्म होता है उतनी ही जल्दी ठंडा भी हो जाता है, लेकिन वाटर धीरे धीरे गर्म होता है एंड धीरे धीरे हीट लूज करके ठंडा हो जाता है. सो लेट्स लर्न अबाउट द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सी ब्रीज फर्स्ट. ड्यूरिंग द डे लैंड हीट्स अप मोर than water. The air over the land becomes hotter and lighter and rises up. The air from the sea, which is cooler and heavier, rushes to take the place created by hot rising air. Therefore, a sea breeze blows during the day. Land breeze. During the night, land loses heat faster than water and becomes cooler. The air over the sea is now warmer. It rises up and the cooler air over the land rushes to take its place. Thus, we observe a land breeze at night. Applications of convection. In houses made in earlier times, ventilators were provided high up on the walls. This is because the air we breathe out is warmer and lighter and rises up. Warm air escapes from the ventilators, which is replaced by cool and heavier fresh air coming in from the doors and windows below. Here comes the last topic, radiation. Students, before starting this topic, let's recall conduction and convection. You have learnt in conduction that molecules does not move from their position, whereas in convection they move from their position. We understood these processes by the example of a book and two friends. In conduction, the book was passed with the help of your friends sitting between you and your friend, whereas in conviction, you gave the book by going to your friend's place, but in radiation, you will directly throwing the book from your seat to your friend's seat. So students, radiation is the fastest mode of transfer of heat which can travel without any medium or particles. Students, now answer me. When you sit in front of a fire, how you feel warm although air is present between you and the fire, which is a bad conductor of heat? And the answer is that heat is transferred from fire to you through radiation, which does not need any medium for traveling. You might be knowing that two astronauts can't talk in the outer space because there is no atmosphere. But have you thought then how sunlight or heat from the sun reaches to the earth? Let me tell you the answer. Heat from the sun reaches the earth through the process of radiation. As I already told you that radiation does not need any medium to travel. That's why it reaches us after covering millions of miles of empty space. Now let's see some applications of radiation. Before starting, note one thing, that black colored objects are good absorber of heat and white colored objects are good reflectors of heat. इसीलिए जो कंट्रीज वार्म होती हैं वहाँ पे हाउसेस को वाइट कलर से पेंट किया जाता है क्योंकि वाइट कलर इज़ अ गुड रिफ्लेक्टर, तो वो हीट को रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा एंड हाउसेस को ठंडा रखेगा. The second is electric room heaters. Electric room heaters are provided with a polished metal surface which reflects the radiant heat falling on it and makes a room heater more effective. The third one is the outer base of a cooking utensil is painted black so that वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हीट को एब्जॉर्ब करे और कुकिंग हमारी कम से कम टाइम में हो जाए. The last one, the back of the refrigerators are colored dull black to radiate heat more effectively in order to cool down the refrigerator pipes. Students, here come the last topic of the chapter, that is a thermoflask. See, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट अगर गर्म है तो वो ठंडा कब हो जाता है, जब वो हीट को लूज़ कर देता है. एंड कोई ऑब्जेक्ट ठंडा है वो गर्म कब होगा, जब वो हीट को गेन कर लेगा. सिमिलरली वी हैव अ हाउस होल्ड आइटम विच इज़ नोन एज थर्मोफ्लास्क, जिसे हम यूज़ करते हैं किसी भी गर्म या ठंडी चीज़ को काफ़ी समय तक गर्म या ठंडा रखने के लिए. सो इफ़ वी सी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द थर्मोफ्लास्क, it is a double walled vacuum flask and the vacuum flask is made up of glass or a metal. Around the vacuum flask there is a layer of vacuum, which means there are no particles or air, and the walls of the flask is silver polished. In this chapter you have learned that there are three ways to transfer heat. One is conduction, second is convection and third is radiation. For conduction and convection particles का होना ज़रूरी है, एंड क्योंकि यहाँ पे वैक्यूम है, पार्टिकल्स नहीं है, सो कंडक्शन एंड कन्वेक्शन प्रोसेसेस तो यहाँ हो नहीं सकती. एंड बिकॉज द फ्लास्क इज सिल्वर पॉलिश्ड, सो यहाँ पे जितने भी रेडिएशन आएंगी वो भी रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएंगी. सो हमारा जो भी मटेरियल अंदर होगा, अगर वो गर्म है तो वो लॉन्ग टाइम तक गर्म रहेगा, और अगर वो ठंडा है तो लॉन्ग टाइम तक वो ठंडा रहेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे किसी भी प्रोसेस से हीट लूज या गेन नहीं होगी. सो स्टूडेंट्स, हियर इज़ द समरी ऑफ द होल चैप्टर. नाउ यू कैन ईजिली डिफ्रेंशिएट बिटवीन कंडक्शन, कन्वेक्शन एंड रेडिएशन along with their various applications. I hope all the concepts related to this chapter are clear to all of you. Read the chapter thoroughly and mark the internal questions. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care and have a nice day.